I'm back with a video about my spiritual journey. So I was supposed to upload this a long time ago, but I'm gonna do it now. See these little pimples on my face. Oh, okay. Boom. So in the beginning of my spiritual journey, everything was great. It was going good. I was very excited. I was happy. I was just like learning so much, and it just made me feel so grateful. Learning so much about, you know, who I am as a being and stuff like that. So I was just really grateful, really happy, really excited. I was seeing a lot of number synchronicities. Then after that, I started seeing a lot of animals and stuff like that. And yeah, so I would say that in my journey, when I first started seeing the number synchronicities, I would look it up on Google to kind of see what resonated with me. And I kind of went from there as far as like guidance, because I learned that that's the easiest way for your spirit guides to connect with you, is manipulating matter. Of course, they you know, if you welcome them, you know, welcome the ones of divine love. Let's be intentional and make sure we speak in this ones of divine love. Because some people might have some ancestors that ain't so good. But if you welcome your ancestors, your spirit guides, in divine love, then they, you know, they'll find ways to communicate with you. But yeah, manipulating matter is the easiest way. So if you see a lot of number synchronicities, I would say look it up and see, you know, how it resonates for you in that moment, what you was thinking about, you know, if it resonated with what you was thinking about, something that you may have been going through that day or anything like that. So yeah, 4 o'clock. That means, you know, you always, you are protected. Yo, people, for me, it means that my angels, ancestors, and spirit guides are around me. And so, yeah, I would say if you are seeing a lot of number synchronicities, you can see 4, 4, 5, 5. You can see 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. You can see 54, 54. You can see a multitude of numbers. So I would just say look it up and see how it resonates with you. And then as far as the animals, you have to really look into the animal itself and see, like, what is it about these animals? You know, how they live. Are they predators? Are they prey? How they live in a habitat, you know what I'm saying? What's their day-to-day life? What's some things about them? What's their culture? Because animals do have culture, which is kind of crazy, but something that I've learned along the way. And you can kind of see how that resonates with you in your life and why you're seeing this animal, why it's become present in your experience. So all these things are signs and guiding you and leading you to better knowledge of self. So that's ultimately the goal. The goal is to get to know yourself in your highest form, heal. It's just really all about you. The spiritual journey is literally about you. It ain't about nobody else. It ain't about, and I ain't gonna say that because everybody's purpose is different, but in the beginning it's clearly about you. You can't, I mean, you know, you start to want to help, you start to want to make a change and want to make a difference, but you can't make a difference or make a change if you don't know yourself, if you haven't went through this journey to speak on it. You know what I'm saying? That's like trying to help somebody heal in areas that you have not yet healed in. You get what I'm saying? I feel like sometimes people can help other people heal and not be fully healed, but because they may have healed in those areas already. They may have went through those steps already, so they can kind of, you know, guide as far as like what they did. But yeah, so ultimately the goal is in the beginning to get to know yourself and get to know who you are and why you're here in depth. So yeah, I started seeing the number synchronicities, the animals, looking it up to kind of see how it resonated with me. And then meditation. At first, because I was new to everything, I did guided meditations. So guided meditations kind of just guide you into breathing. Breathing releases a chemical in your body, you know what I'm saying? The thought that you're thinking is the masculine form of what you're about to birth during your meditation. And the emotion, the breathing, the chemicals that's being released that you're going to start to feel after thinking these things and deep breathing is the feminine part of the birth, in which you're doing when you meditate. So yeah, it just all depends on what kind of meditation you're doing too. But I started off with guided meditations, building up gratitude, because I just wanted to be in a grateful energy. I just wanted to be in a good energy, because I don't know, this is where I was at with it. then I felt like I needed to start working on my higher self and kind of getting to know my higher self and my inner being and stuff like that. So I started doing guided meditations with for your higher self. And after kind of like studying and seeing how it all worked and the emotions and the feelings that I was getting and things like that, I started to meditate on my own. So then I started to control my own breathing. I always start off the meditation with breathing. That's very important. You just want to just breathe. That's, if you can't focus on nothing, focus on breath. Like, just focus on deep breathing. And breathing is not like we be breathing wrong. Like, you want to do a deep inhale. I mean, you want to pull it down to the gut, and you want to do that 3 times to get on the earth's pattern. The earth has a breathing rhythm. So you want to do that 3 times to get on the earth's breathing rhythm. So you can just be connected with all things. And so after I started meditating, without the guides and just meditating on my own and silence or I love meditating in water. I feel like I got my best products during meditation in water. It might not be for everybody. Some people might like meditating sitting on the ground or in a room, but I love being in a tub doing it. Yeah. And so after that, when I started meditating on my own, I started kind of getting messages during my meditation. That helped my tarot too, as far as like getting messages. Like, I would get random messages about my sisters, and they did not like this because those messages was on point, okay? Those messages was on point. And so, yeah, so after, after that, I was learning meditation, blah, blah, blah. I kind of got steered off my path during that, and it kind of woke me up. Like, you can notice if somebody, like, this is something that I've learned too, as far as being on your spiritual journey. I don't know if somebody else might relate. I think everybody's gonna relate. If you're on the spiritual journey and you're in a higher vibration, and you start to deal with people who are in a lower vibration, and you notice, you see this, and you start to see patterns, like your money start to your income starts to decrease, or you start having issues with your money, like you ain't never had this type. And or you just feel energetically drained when they come around, or you feel depleted of energy, like you don't want to do nothing. So I kind of got I started learning a lesson of how to deal with people, and I started learning a lesson of, because I learned a lesson about myself, as far as like just looking over certain things or accepting certain things. I started learning lessons of boundaries, because I noticed, because sometimes in your spiritual journey and you start to become that light, you're going to attract other light workers, but you're also going to attract dim energies. And sometimes it could be a helpful thing. Sometimes it's something, it's always a lesson. Let's just say this, it's always a lesson. Whether you like the lesson experience or not, it's always a lesson. But you can attract some dim lights who you are there to kind of help guide, or you can attract dim lights who there to trying to just be a fucking succubus. So I would definitely say after that, I started gaining the understanding of discernment and boundaries. Yeah, and so after that, I went to self-love journey. So, so this is all getting to know myself, but you got to do one. I don't know about nobody else, but I had to do one step at a time. Like, I had to do this, that, then this. So now it's like the self-love journey, and it's like doing things that makes you feel good, making sure you prioritizing yourself, every day. Whether it's you love to get your teeth white, you love to, do them up when you brushing them. Whether it's like you like to do makeup, you like to do your hair, you like to work out, whatever it is that you like to do, you making sure that you prioritizing what makes you feel good. Whether it's your health, whatever it is. So yeah, so I've gotten to that part of my journey, but that's the part of my journey that it's never leaving. Okay, it's never gonna stop self-loving. And so so then I was there. Yeah, and now I'm at the point where I am broadcasting what I've accomplished within myself, what I have learned, my journey with myself, and also just, knowledge. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with it. And I'm trying to think, do I got anything else? Yeah, self-love. Also, I'm at a point in my life where I am through the whole journey, I was unlearning and relearning. Whatever it was, I was unlearning and relearning. 11:01 on the clock. But I am unlearning and relearning a lot of things in my life. I am unlearning and relearning my energy as a woman. I am unlearning and relearning my communication as a self-accountable person on this earth. I am unlearning and relearning love, because ultimately that's what this is all about, just unconditional love, knowing what that is and really truly fulfilling that. That is what the light is, 11:33. And so I'm unlearning and relearning a lot of different things. And I want to say to people this too. So you can get on here, you can listen to me, and you could be like, you know what I'm saying? You could get on, I could get on here and I could give you a list of things that you need to do, blah, blah, blah. Like a lot of people do that. I ain't judging them. But, a lot of people do that. They get on here and they kind of, give you guidance, right? And it's okay to take guidance. This is okay. This is okay to get on here and watch a bunch of different videos. It's okay to read a bunch of different books. But let's just make sure that when we reading these books or we watching these videos, we're not just subscribing to it because it's something that somebody else did and they successful at it. Make sure that it's something that you're in agreement with spiritually and just spiritually, all in all. Make sure it's something that you agree with, not something that you just agreeing with because it worked for somebody else and you trying to be somebody else. Make sure that the things that you're observing and taking forth with you in your journey is something that you align with. Cause it's like, that's like me listening to a basketball player talk about her journey and working hard and dedicating herself to the gym or doing this and doing that. I could take the putting forth effort, the working hard part, the maybe she had to create a clear schedule for herself part, but I'm not gonna take the part where I'm gonna go to the gym and practice basketball 3 times a fucking day because I want to be great, because that's not that's not aligning with me. That's not aligning with where I'm going or what I want to do. So if you get what I'm saying, make sure you're using your discernment and make sure that what it is that you are taking from these videos or taking from people. 13:33 on the clock. But make sure that what you taking from these people, what you carrying on with you on your journey is something that resonates with you, because it's all about you. It's okay to be like, that's not for me. This is what we're doing. We're learning ourselves. That's what meditation means, to get to know oneself. And another thing I want to say too is, everybody's meditation don't look like sitting down, breathing, closing your eyes, or everybody's meditation don't look like that. So I think I should have said that in the beginning, but everybody's meditation don't look like that. That's what it looks like for me. That's what I love. That's what gets me going. That's what gets my my spirit going. Or, I like working out. But it depends on the person. Some people clean up and they zone out. It's like, where do you go to that place of zero resistance in your mind? Where do you go? Like, how do you get there? And we're not gonna say we gonna there go my kids. And we're not gonna say that we do drugs to get to that place, because then we're gonna create a fucking habit. and the drug addiction, and that's not what we're trying to do. So it's kind of basically, no, it's basically about how do you get to that place of no resistance? How do you get to that place of no resistance? So, right. So it could be cleaning up for you. It could be sitting down, meditating. It could be working out. We're not going to say drugs 15:15 on the clock, but we're not going to say drugs. It could be walking. It could just be talking to yourself. That's meditation. We getting to know. We're talking. It could be that. It could be, I'm trying to think of some healthy habits. It could be a form of art. People like to dance. People like to draw. People like to write poetry. But wherever you go to get the least resistance, you know what I'm saying? Where do you go when you are really in flow? Like, how do you get to that place where you just calm and you at peace and you go on with the energy? You know what I'm saying? How do you get to that place? Because the moment we can get to that place, the moment we can start putting these thoughts there. Whatever it is that we're trying to do during the meditation, we can start putting these thoughts there. We can start putting it in the quantum field. We're gonna start putting them in the quantum field so that we can manifest our reality. So, let me see. I have wrote some stuff down to just kind of make sure I got everything, but I think I got everything for now. If I didn't, then I'll come back on here. But yep, that's all I have for y'all. Just an update as far as like where I'm at in my spiritual journey. And Olivia, I did not forget about putting up a video for you on how to meditate, putting something together for you on how to meditate. If I don't put up a video on my YouTube, I'm going to send you directions. So DM, message, yeah. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, subscribe, like, comment, share. Give me some questions. Let's do some questions and answers. So if you got questions for me, put them in the comments below, and then I will come back with some answers in my next video. Who knows? It just depends if just depends. If I do a video about something else before then hey, but I am definitely gonna respond. So put some questions down below.
And crystal clear. Feel me, but don't interfere. I step on your face, but I'm trying to get a step ahead. So I just step on heads. Word playing chess. Eyes checker red. Put me to the test. I go special ed.